Hi, I want to talk about Queen Sugar Last Night. That was a really good first episode. So it starts off with the character who plays Nova laying in bed, getting up, and they're really trying to show her the beauty of her skin tone. I feel like they did that on purpose because like the light is just glistening. They're trying to show her as a beautiful dark skinned woman, glistening with her long dreads. They're just emphasizing that black beauty, and she's laying next to this nice, kind of well built white guy, and I could tell from the start that that was a affair because I think even in the music it said something about affair. So um, then she's getting up and they're showing her she's really toned her really toned body. She's very toned, and he's embracing her. You can tell she kind of has to leave, and he has to leave. So later on, we see that it's an affair, obviously, because it's hidden. No one knows about it. And it's an affair for several reasons. One, because, of course, he's married already. But secondly, because I can tell she's something like a pro black person, pro African person. And he's a police officer. And that's kind of everything she's going against because she was talking to a guy about protesting, and you can't really protest with and like policemen at the same time, because when you start protesting, the police are going to come and arrest you, things like that. And you see this kind of struggle of identity where she wants to be very pro-black, very pro-African, because she's into African spirituality. She's not just going to Christianity, which is what most black people are expected to be. I'm not a Christian, never been a Christian, but I noticed being I didn't grow up in a Christian family. My parents are not Christian. But you expect black people or black Americans to be Christians. People assume that about me, assume that about most black people. Like, oh, well, you're Christian. Well, no. So she's dabbling into something different. And I'm not sure if she's supposed to be Gullah or something, because Gullah or maybe into the kind of Creole or Louisiana. I'm not sure where this is supposed to be taking place. But that's usually where you see the uh, presence of African spirituality. But I like this. I like we're dabbling into this, and we're seeing African spirituality as being more of a healing technique rather than something scary and dangerous, or as they call it, voodoo. And then I'm going to go off to her brother, the guy who plays her brother, which is Ralph. And you can see in the beginning he's going through something hard. He's contemplating something, and then he goes off and does a very rookie robbery, which he's he lifts his shirt up. He already came in with no mask on, which is mistake number one. He lifts his shirt up and just shows the gun, and then when she gives him the money, like even she wasn't really scared. The white girl who was behind the cash register, she wasn't scared. She's kind of like, I'm getting robbed, but I probably should give him the money, but oh well, whatever, it's just a little bit of money. She's like, I saw your face already, like you're so Ricky. Like she wasn't even scared. That was so funny. And then he runs off after he dropped the money and tries to give the money to, I think, who is his aunts or something, for taking care of his son. And she didn't want to take it. That no one really wanted to take that money. And you can tell he'd already got into trouble before. And we're seeing this. It's kind of typical, the black man who kind of turns to a life of crime to support his family, which makes it seem more justifiable, but also makes him seem more human, because we kind of present black crime as being something innate or something we just do for fun or something, or something all we know. But he has a good father in his life. It seems like he has a great father. It's his support system, and his father is against his life of crime, but he doesn't know what else to do. He has a baby mother who's a drug addict, and you can tell she left the son, she abandoned the son, and he's resentful that she left her son, and she's trying to creep back into his life. She's trying to say like she found a program where they hire drug addicts, and she's supposed to be getting paid like full time, what, $15-17 an hour. And but you can also tell, he's going to leave her alone and go with this woman who I believe is the son's teacher, who's at the birthday party when the father had a stroke. And you can tell there's going to be something between them. So it's more interracial dating. Then the person who plays, I believe her name is Charlie or something. she's the light skinned girl, the light skinned sister who seems to have like the perfect life, or so she thinks. And it turns out that her life is not as perfect as she thought, because her husband is involved in a rape. But initially, she didn't think he was involved. But it turns out that he's involved in some kind of rape. And when she finds out, they're in a stadium, and she's rooting for him. And then her son shows her the phone, and there was him lifting some woman who appears to be maybe white, maybe mixed Latino, something like that. Uh, and she's, heartbroken. And then she's sobbing in the bed that night after she, smacked her husband on the court. And she's heartbroken to find out that her father had died, and she'd missed it. And she'd been telling her father the whole time that I'm going to fix this, but she didn't get to fix it. And in the end, she's out in the field saying, Daddy, I'm here. I'm going to fix this now. Which, that's our cliffhanger. You can tell she's going to be going through something, some healing. And for some reason, we tend to think when we go back to nature, we'll find a place of peace. So I'm really excited for next episode. See you guys later. I'm going to talk about it again.